Hello, Senior Stoner fans. Welcome to the first ever of the Senior Stoner series in podcasts, not podcasts, podcasts, P O T. The goal of the podcast is to get people to come on and share experiences with us, and we're going to have a guest speaker to do just that today, as well as have a forum for all of you to comment live as we stream live with different topics. And a unique part about today, if you're going to look at the assortment in front of you, is that I've got a good assortment of electric glass in front of me here, and a good assortment of dab materials that I'm going to be using. So essentially, what I want to do is I want to let the audience select for me what I'm going to be using today. And it's really going to be up to you guys and gals out there, whoever shows up. Hello, I see there are a couple people starting to join. Welcome. And so what it's going to be is kind of like Netflix, where you have that show and it can go to the left if you choose this action person, or it can go to the right if you choose this action person. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm going to plan for this half an hour. It's going to be where I'm going to speak for a few minutes, and then I'm going to introduce and turn it over to my guest, who's going to speak for a period of time on a topic he's comfortable talking about and has experience with. And then we're going to come back to a question and answer period where hopefully you guys will have chatted up some questions and queued up some interesting things out of today's session. So without further ado, I believe it's 11:56. We're starting a little bit early, but here we go. That's right. That's the music that you're hearing. And it's not about the artist, it's about what it says. I'm still standing. We're still standing. That's why we're here. And that's what Senior Stoner is all about. It's all about having hope, having the next step, if it doesn't work, work. Having the attitude and the ability to challenge yourself in your pain with the medicine that we use, with the medication we use, and our friends and loved ones to just get through the day. This is not about learning to fly an airplane. It's not about learning to water ski. It's about learning to get a little bit more out of life. So what I want to do now is talk about the tools that we're going to have today to work with. We're going to have my G-Pen Connect on my Grav 9-inch bong. We're going to have a traditional Carta. We're going to have a Puffco Peak. We're going to have a Carta Magna with the Helix top. We're going to have the Crimson Carta, and we're going to have an Aura. So I realize what's going to happen is we're going to have a variety of different people at different times during the period we're videoing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to suggest to me possibly what device you'd like to see me use. And then I have different things to put in it. I have Refine I-95 fresh hand scrubbed rosin. I have Nuclear Genetics California OG 99% THC, and 2 Zen extracts, live batters. One is blueberry skittle, and the other one is sour animals. And then I have an assortment of my THC crystals. All of these, as you know, can be used in any one of these electronic devices. I think let's start with something that's open already. I happen to have my I-95 butter here. So let's give that a try. Now, if you remember, there is no good and no bad question on Senior Stoner. Those of you who know me and comment to me know that I'm an honest person, and I tell you what I think. So what I think is very important. I think everybody has a shot. Hey, how you doing there, Lisa? Everybody has a shot, and everybody has... Hey, Ben, how are you? Good morning. We just have Lisa and Ben join us. So I want to take my hit now and just show you that I'm here for you guys. And remember, it's about suggesting a device for me and what you want me to put in it to demonstrate. This is the Helix. And this is the Magna Carta. Well, Ben, we're glad you could be here, even if it's just for a bit. So what would you got, Lisa? What would you like me to take a hit of? Any device in particular? Or Ben? Come on, I see you there. What would you like me to take a hit of? I'm trying to give a little bit Oh, you love your Carta? You got it. I'll go to the regular Carta, and we're going to load in something really special for you, Lisa. The G Pen next, Ben. You got it. I'm going to load in some birthday cake, it's called. Birthday cake diamonds. They're excellent. Hello, I see some more people are joining. Welcome. What this is, everybody, is this is where you get to suggest the device and even what I'm going to smoke in it. I have all my devices up here for you to pick from. Lisa just chose the Carta. Wow, Lisa, that was a good idea. Cheers to you. What a nice way to start the video. What's next? What's next? Anybody else? Come on, let's go. What's my next thing I'm going to use?
All right, do them all.
Oh, do them all. And okay, let's go through and do a few more. Ben suggested the G Pen before. Okay, I remembered Ben, believe it or not. And I have it loaded already with Zen Extracts Sour Animal. This stuff is really incredible. I don't know if that's a good shot. That's a better shot. Okay. And I'm going to throw it on my G Pen Connect. This is a very simple machine to use. And so far, I've had nothing but really nice hits. Let's see if it works the same here. Oh, good, Lisa. You're going to do the same thing. Cool. Lisa's going to do the same thing we're doing in her own device. Okay, here we go. I'm on red setting with the G Pen, which is going to be a pretty high setting. Here we go with my mouthpiece, my Moose Labs mouthpiece. Wow, that one hit. Oh my goodness. You got a good hit too, Lisa? Oh boy. That was some hit. Delicious. And hi, mate. How are you? The Carta is the single greatest device. It is a good device. I agree. It was a comment about the Carta being a great device. Your hit was good, Lisa. This one really just set me up so nice. I'm going to do another hit with the device again. Here we go. And you know what? It takes and doesn't take your pain away. It takes you off. Hey, Brendan, how are you? What it does is it takes your mind off of things. So when your mind goes off of things, you feel better. And by the way, that's what this is about today. This is about a discussion of distraction. And what we're going to talk about are some tools. My guest speaker is going to talk about some tools that can help us distract ourselves from the pain. Delicious. So what I wanted to do is get started with this, but I really want to move into the meat of the discussion today, which isn't about me. I want to introduce a good friend of mine and ours, by the way. Many of us know him from my channel. He's a contributor and a person that has a lot to say because he knows a lot. I want to introduce you to Dave Farrell from Fort Lauderdale. Farrell is an expert in groups because he's been through groups. He's an expert in a couple of other things he's going to share with you, and I'm happy to have him join us here on Seniorstoner. Dave, take it away.
Thank you, Les, very much, and I thank everybody for listening in and sharing with me today. And this is extraordinary right now for me, because right now I'm going through like a flight or fight situation here. You know, I'm new at this. I'm very introverted, so this is a growing process for me, because I feel I need to get, in order for me to get stronger and to fight my diseases and fight my injuries, I need to be more outspoken, and I need to be able to talk to people, and I need to be up and be able to be in front of crowds, per se, you might say. And so you are a catalyst for me, my friends, you know.
I'm happy for that, Dave. Dave, I'm excited to have you here. Can you tell us a little bit about what your experiences have been through your pain, how you've dealt with pain and addiction?
Okay, I'll do that real quick. Okay, I suffer from multiple diseases genetically shared down from my family, diabetes, arthritis, various types of arthritis. I also suffer from numerous injuries that I've acquired through sports, work, and I am also, like you.
Hey, Rick.
disability, Social Security disability, and I'm also a medical marijuana user. Okay, and I always have been a pro marijuana man, and I always knew there was medicinal good in marijuana, and I feel that ever since I've used it, I felt there was always good in it. And so when my injuries and my diseases started getting the best of me, I looked upon marijuana for relief rather than opiates. Okay? Today, where I stand with these diseases, I have to use opiates, but I also incorporate marijuana with that to keep the opiate use down.
Dave, have you seen people in the different groups that you've been a part of that have done the same thing successfully?
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. I am in a family that has addiction, okay? And opiate addiction is one of the addictions that has bitten my family. So I am very experienced in the recovery of people coming out of drugs, opiates, and what other drugs that are abused. And so with that, that said, yes, I have some background in that.
Dave, isn't it true now that there are some ways that people are using marijuana actually to come off of addiction of opiates?
Yes, matter of fact, it was a couple of years ago, I think, a year or two ago, I saw a program where this was a military thing. It was outside the military, but vets were going up who are heroin addicts and opiate addicts, and are going up using medical marijuana to come off their opiate addictions. And this was being held up in New Hampshire, New Jersey, not New Jersey, but New Hampshire, Maine, someplace up in the Northeast, someplace. But then, yes, it is definitely used. I'm no expert, I'm no doctor, but I just go by what I read, what I hear, and what I experience.
So, Dave, let me ask you a little bit more specifically. Have you found that there's a therapy you use to help you different times of the day? Particularly not a marijuana therapy, but something that kind of works with it.
Yes, I know where you're going with, buddy. Yes, because we've talked about it. Yes, my music. My music is a big therapy for me.
Can you say that? Can we say that louder? It's music, everybody. Music.
Yes, music.
Who would have thought of it? Dave thought of it. It's music.
People use music every day in their life for one reason or another, and I've always done the same with mine. I'm no musician. I'm no super audiophile, but I just like my music, always have. I have tons and tons of music that I listen to for different therapeutic reasons, whether I'm up, whether I'm down, whether I'm in pain, whether I'm not in pain.
Yep, that's the key.
I use it for all factors. Wherever I go, wherever I am. During the day in our house, we have no TV. It's music in the background. Okay?
Well, I think the most important thing for those of us who are hearing, like Dave, mentioned different types of music. Have you found that classical does one thing and rock does another, and or is it just the sense of the beat? How do you choose music for different types of pain?
It depends on my mood. Depends how my pain makes my mood. Depends if I'm angry or if I'm tired. If I'm not it's funny because one thing I wanted to bring up about this flight or fight right now, it's really weird how your body reacts because right now,
absolutely, I
feel hardly any pain, SS, because I'm really hyped up, I'm really excited here, and I'm really nervous. So it's like
you don't sound nervous at all. You sound great.
Where's my pain?
You sound great. And by the way, that's the point, everybody. What Dave just said,
right.
Because he's talking, because he's excited about being on here or doing something for other people, he feels better. It's the old saying that you feel better when you help others. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And so, real quickly, how I found you here on this site is I was looking for a device, and it happened to be the Carta. I was looking for a device to smoke concentrates with, and I just happened to be scrolling through YouTube and typed it in, and lo and behold, here's Seniorstoner. I said, "Oh, a cool dude that's reviewing stuff," and I just happened to check the review out, and I'm listening to you, and my eyes are getting bigger, and my jaw's dropping, and I'm saying, what the F is guy's talking about pain, and this guy's talking about shit that I'm going through right now. And I'm hitting my partner. I'm going, listen to him. Listen to him. And so I was going through video, and I was saying, OMG, man. I said, this guy, I can relate to this guy. I said, I can connect with this dude. I said, I need to know this dude.
Dave, you know the funny part about our karma and how we are similar? You're in Florida, I'm in New Jersey. You know, there are people all around the country that could have people that are
Yes.
they just have to reach out. They just have to have that first step. Okay?
And that's why I'm here. I feel like we're building a rocket. You, I, and the other ones who want to be involved, we're building a big rocket. Right now, we are on the platform. We're building a platform. We need to build a platform to get out there to the people. You know, I feel what I'm going through, sharing my experiences and stuff makes me feel better. It diverts me from my pain, and it makes me feel good to see others feeling relief in some sort of way. You know, no matter what I can contribute in any way, fashion, I'm happy to give it myself.
Well, Dave, just so you know, you are the first. But what I want to try to do is invite others who share our experiences and our issues, let's say, to come on the channel and do just what Dave is doing and talk to folks, because you know what? It can't just be what Senior Stoner says. You know what I'm saying? We need other perspectives. You know, it's about, how can I put it? It's about a curve, not about a straight line. You understand what I'm saying? The life is not straight in front of you.
No, heck no.
It zigs and it zags. Okay, so somebody's definitely going to see a zig better than you're going to see the zag. So, Dave, let me just continue on music if I can. Music therapy.
Go ahead.
I actually heard for children of music therapy. I'm not sure if it was for autistic children.
Oh yes, I was recovering from alcohol, you know, and I used to go through biotherapy and acupuncture and all that, and every therapy that was involved, music was incorporated. Everything. You're going for a massage. What's incorporated? Music. You know, I always say, music calms the savage beast. Our beast is our pain.
Yes. And, you know, it brings up...
You know, a lot of people don't understand how they can use music to keep you calm, to keep your mind
I think a lot of people...
Dave,
I think a lot of people that are, let's say, adults. I'm not talking about somebody who's a teenager. I'm talking somebody who has, you know, the ability, let's say, to go out and do anything they want with a car, with a family, kind of take your family somewhere.
That I am not.
Well, no. What I mean by that is concerts are something that when you think of music, I think a lot of people think of a concert. And I want to make sure people understand we're talking about music in the home. We're talking about music in your bed with a headset. We're talking about very personal music that you can...
Yes.
Right, Dave? You can dial up a playlist, for example, very specifically for what your mood would be, right? One for when you're sad, one for when you're happy.
Oh, yeah. Last night I had mood music on to go to sleep, you know. I just said background music, and it just helped me go to sleep. You know? Helps me keep my focus, trying to keep the focus off this morning.
You know, it's a funny thing. You go to a great wine and cheese restaurant, and they do pairings of wine and cheese. And wouldn't it be fine if you went into a dispensary and they said this marijuana strain works best with jazz. This marijuana strain works best with acid rock. I mean, think about how cool that would be if it could be such a thing as they would actually tailor it that specifically. Like, you know, the bouquet of the flower you're smoking. You know, if it's indica, like Rick is talking about indica here. So he's in Missouri. Indica is a down. It's like a couch lock kind of thing. So so the question I ask is, do you want couch lock to keep you there, or do you have to get rock and roll to put you up? I guess it depends what you look.
Also, you know, we brought up the term once again back in the '60s, you know, and it was big. It was laughable back then: sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yes.
Okay. You know, the drugs and rock and roll for me back was the marijuana, using it for medication purposes. You know, even back then when I was using it, my first injury was back when I was like 15 years old. You know, and I've had aches and pains all through my life, and marijuana always took those pains away, and I knew that. It wasn't just a euphoric high. You know, of course, I
Right.
did what everybody else did, but I knew deep down is that this stuff is special.
Hey, Joe.
You know,
There's something else that needs to be said. I think about um, the different strains, different moods, and different music. And then I'm going to get off music. Music is something that I never even thought to talk about. Dave said, "I'm an audiophile" one day on the phone. I said, "That's it," because
you know,
you gotta understand, everybody out there. You know, weed is a great thing to talk about, a fun thing to talk about, but it's, it's weed. Okay, even the devices are great to talk about, great, but it's devices. When you talk
you know,
about things about life, that's where the rubber meets the road. That's where it's exciting because you're not helping somebody buy something, you're helping somebody live better.
well, see,
Okay?
this is part of the therapy, Jen, or SS.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
it's not just one. It's not just the marijuana. It's not just the opiates. It's not. You know, you got to incorporate whatever you can to make yourself less pain-free and more comfortable.
You know, Dave,
You know,
it's funny to
whether it's,
say,
I mean, if you want the TV in front of you and that works for you, excellent. You know, but for another person, it might not be music. You know, it might
I
be
agree.
just looking outside through the window. Who knows? You know, I can make up a ton of examples.
Well, I want to tell you that
music works for me.
the segue for the last component of this discussion is a discussion that everybody's going to understand who takes opiates about guilt. Okay? There's a tremendous amount of guilt people have taking pills for pain, even though it's the only legitimate reason to take the darn things. The guys on the street that take them to get high feel no guilt at all, I can tell you. Okay? So
Yeah.
there's a tremendous amount of guilt that people feel, and the reason we feel this guilt is not our own fault. What I've been seeing and hearing is a tremendous amount of people, and I'm on Facebook a lot, groups that have chronic pain, chronic addictions. Guess what? This is what medical people are now doing. They're shaming people. They're
Yeah.
making, forget how you look, forget the invisible nature of our
Well,
pain.
you know,
They're
well,
shaming us because of medicine that they prescribe for us, which is
yes.
so incredibly ironic. You know,
You know,
think,
and it's, we don't realize it, but no matter what you do, we're being labeled.
well,
You
I'm
tell
going to give you a
somebody-
comparison, an
tell
analogy.
somebody-
Exactly.
You just
Well,
tell someone you're using opiates, they're going to say, "Oh, he's using opiates, fentanyl, or what's he using?"
but you see, Dave,
I smoke marijuana.
but Dave,
Oh, he's a
but Dave,
pothead. He's a
but
pothead.
But Dave, they prescribed them. So here's what I'm going to get at. Today or this week, New Jersey changed its law on cigarettes. Instead of the age of 18, now it's to 21. And I said to my wife this morning, I said, that's the most insane thing I ever heard. You have kids that are 18 and 19 and 20 that are now addicted because of the law yesterday. And today you're saying they got to go through withdrawal. They can't get the medicine, their drug. I mean, think
Right.
about what we do in medicine when the doctor says, here's the Percocets. This is 10 years ago. Or here's the fentanyl patches. It'll help you sleep. Well, they don't tell you you're going to want to kill somebody. They don't tell you you're going to feel like you're Wolfman. I mean, the whole the whole concept is that our system needs to have better communication. You know, Dave, you mentioned something very important that with your healthcare, you were marrying it all to the Cleveland Clinic because they're all speaking together.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's very important, and I think those of you who've been watching know that I've now got a concierge physician. The only reason they call them concierge is because you got to pay for them. But what they basically do is they take the time to do what Dave's done. I don't have the sense to do it. I can't do it. I have to have somebody do it for me.
It's difficult depending on where you
gotta
live,
be
what's available.
it's got to be
without there.
even with a spouse that's helpful. It's got to be incredibly difficult and time consuming. I give you kudos all over because of that particular thing, dude. That's insanely difficult. Now I can't do it, so I had to hire somebody. But here's what I'm getting at: we all have to be incredibly careful that we second guess the dog. We have to question everything. We can no longer say, okay, no problem, I'll take that medicine. We can no longer say, even at the dispensary, I'll smoke that weed. I want to know what it's going to do. If you're getting it from a dispensary, you have the right to ask them what other people have been saying, and that's what they're going to give you. They're not going to tell you anything specific, like a drug. They're going to say other folks have had better sleep because of this strain. Other folks have had better, appetites. Now we're gonna one of the podcast. I want to do a podcast where I have a guest speaker that is very strain knowledgeable. Dave, don't you think that's important to get out to the group a lot about
Very
strains?
Most definitely, and that's a big subject: is the potency of marijuanas today as it was to the day that in the past. You know,
It's dangerous now.
It's a big subject. It's a big subject.
You know, I
and
can never.
I just want to say one thing so I can close and you can turn it over to the people. And it is basically what I'm looking for in the future for myself and for hopefully everybody around us is I'm looking forward to meeting other people who are looking to make this group grow into something beyond our dreams. You know, get out there helping people that don't have a way to reach out. You know, I just have so many things that go through my mind that I can share right now, but I'd like to meet all the people that are involved here and hope to get in touch with everybody. And we'll see what happens with this.
Well, Dave, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being on today. And we got to give Dave a lot of credit because the first one is the hardest for everybody. And, you know, this is going to tee off.
It's like, woo, I got sweaty armpits.
That's okay, man. We really love you and appreciate you for doing this. But here's what I want to talk about now. What I want to open up is I want to open up our conference call line, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the conference call line. Dave, you want to call back in on the line? Yeah, best way for you is to call back on the line, okay?
Sure enough.
Do you know the number or you want me to give it out?
I believe I could connect right to it, I believe, right?
No, not through here. You have to come back on a different number. Hang on.
Okay.
1 sec, everybody. Dial in, everybody. 605 313 6239. I'm going to give it to you again. 605 313 6239. And the PIN number is 538 751. 538 751. 605 313 6239. PIN number 538 751. And I'm going to be getting you back on live. Everybody can be on together. So give us a second here. Dave, I'll be right back to you. Go call that number, okay?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
All right. I'm dialing in now, everybody. And we're going to all be able to talk together and have live responses. So I'm sure you have some questions and comments about what I hope was a very interesting topic.
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. Please enter your access. If you are the host, press star now. Please enter your PIN followed by the pound. Thank you. There is one host and one participant in this conference. Please announce yourself.
Seniorstoner.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
This is Joe, Dave's partner.
Hey, how you doing, Joe? Nice to hear from you.
Yeah, I just wanted to call in my support for all your efforts. I didn't know what I was doing here but I seem to have connected.
You got in, and we're happy to have you. And what's going to happen is you can ask questions, and there are going to be questions coming up on the chat line that I'll verbally tell people they can't see themselves. But I make everything public, so you should be able to see your own question pop up if you have any.
Okay. Well, Dave is still trying to connect here, but he'll be with you shortly. Okay.
No problem. I'm going to wait for people to come on.
Okay.
Anybody who wants, I'm going to give you the number again. 605 313 6239, and the PIN is 538 751, because I want more instructions on what dabs to do and what to put in them, okay? Because I understand this is not just, by the way, for a collection. It's very important you understand that. I don't have this because I'm some sick dude in the brain that has to buy this stuff obsessively, like a Imelda Marcus with shoes. I am not the Imelda Marcus of weed devices. Each one has a different way of working for me. I guess that's the best way to play it. And also, I've always felt that what I've been looking for, and I said this in my very early videos, the search for the perfect wave was the endless summer. This has been the endless bummer, because I'm looking for the perfect device and the perfect way to get it into my body and the perfect thing to smoke. I must say, hello, I must say that I'm happy. Who just joined?
Just Dave.
Hey.
Brandon.
Hey, Brandon. Welcome. So, Brandon, what device should I use?
Excuse me?
What device what device should I use?
I think it's a Puffco, in my opinion.
Okay, I'm going to take a Puffco hit for you, buddy, right now. And I'm going to put in some live batter. You like live batter?
Yeah, I would go with, I like sauce. I like the turf.
Cool. And what setting do you use your peak at?
Usually I like green like you.
Yeah, I'm a green guy too. I don't like it to get too hot and splatter all over the place.
Or,
Hello.
I like.
Hey there, hello.
It's just Dave reconnecting.
That was a good hit, Brendan.
Yeah, you gotta love it. The quality is just head and shoulders above anything else that was close to that device.
The peak,
in my opinion.
well, the peak was my second device. The Switch was the one my wife got me my birthday. Excuse me, my birthday a year ago, and then I bought the peak by shopping around when it came out, and I must say that I like it a lot better than the Switch. I do like the Carters, though. I have to say, I like the flavor of the bowls.
Yeah.
I'm a taste guy. I gotta have it tasting right, like wine. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, who's this?
This is Dave.
Rejoining or Dave? This Dab and Dave?
Yeah, Dave Farrell.
Oh, Dave. Hey,
Dave
Dave.
Farrell. I just rejoined.
Well, the peak performs every time, Brendan. That's like the Bic pen of the old days. You know, it always, or the Marlon Perkins with the Timex watch. You know, it takes a licking and keeps on ticking. The peak really, the peak really works well. I think I actually had my, I had my last atomizer changed months ago. Thank God. I mean, it goes on forever. I've had good success also with the Carters, I must say. Any one of you guys out there using Aura?
Nope, I'm a Carter fan here.
Now, I bought the Aura, but what I find, I don't like the taste as much as I wish I liked the taste more. I'm going to try it now. Just for the heck. It's more of a party machine, I think, where it's got a very big bucket. Very large bucket.
Have you ever experimented with the e-nails?
What, the regular email like a Dr. Deborah Boost?
Yeah, just like the regular e-nail that you'll hook up to like a titanium nail.
Yeah. I started out with that actually, but way before. I want to say a couple years ago, and
yeah, me too.
And I think once I found these types of devices, I kind of like them better.
Yeah, it's real easy. My girlfriend really likes the e-nail though. She really likes the titanium for some reason. She just likes how she's had her nail for I don't know at least 3 years. You know,
does she use it with a flame or electronically?
Electronically.
Yeah, I see now. I don't think the taste on this is a pass around. I call this the pass around device, the Aura. I'm not a big fan of the taste of the Aura.
Yeah, it's the socialized bong.
It's the one. Yeah, you could fill that thing. You could put a lot in there. I mean, you could put a lot in there. It's got a very big bowl. But like I said, what'd you say?
The party bowl.
The party bowl. Now, the personal bowl that I'm finding is really nice. I'm really liking this G Pen. Mad Sue, Amplight told me to get it, and this is really a home run. This G Pen thing, I got it for half price. I waited on Black Friday. I paid like $70, and that literally half price.
G-Pen.
That's a good price for this. And I use it a lot now because it's really easy, and it's been reliable.
Yeah, forget the model that I experimented with. It got like 10 dabs mobily. It was all right. It was one of the first ones that came out, but the quality is from what I hear is really good.
Which one was it?
And you got the. I'm not sure the model. I know it did. It was the one with the extra battery life. It did like the Duke the Solar said. It did like 10 to 12 instead of like 3 to 6 mobilely or something like that.
The strongest hit the strongest hit I get is from my honey badger. I don't think anything compares, truthfully, to honey. It's not efficient. You got to spend more money because you're going to eat up your stuff. I mean, it's just going to eat it up. It's an electronic straw. It's a straw. But it's
yeah.
But it's merciless. I mean, it's really strong. So, one of the things that I try to tell people, and I hope people understand, is that all this stuff doesn't mean everybody should have this stuff, number one. All the stuff I inhale and all that doesn't mean you should be hailing that. Everybody has their own little flavor that they're going to like and their own device that they like. Each one of these, like I say, does a little different something where I feel a little different need occasionally for it. Hello.
Joel.
Hey.
Yeah, I completely understand. Like you're saying, that other one with the bigger bowl is probably when you have a couple guests and, you need to pass it around and,
I think from a reliability standpoint, I'm really impressed with the Carta. I'm very pleased with it. It's much more reliable than I expected it to be. Hello.
Yeah, I hear the flavor's really good too.
I don't know that I would spend $100 more for a different color.
The curve button on the Connect properly.
The Connect is great. I like the Connect a lot. Hey, Michael. But I really think that the Carta, they did a great job with that basic one to get the price point at the right price point. I don't particularly think it's worth it for the money for the coloring difference. I think this device is a home run, the Carta. And that the other devices perform the same. I think if you're going to spend your money, spend it on better glass. That's what I've learned at least.
On the side.
And even the better glass, this is a good time for it to happen because I'm on video. I like doing it on video. The good, the bad, and the ugly. These things do get clogged sometimes inside there. I'm a heavy user. And, some of you will say, oh my God, he needs to clean it every day. But it's very hard to clean it every day. It really is. Or after every use. It becomes such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I find myself cleaning them probably about once a week if I'm a stickler on it.
So how much are you using? Are you using it enough that...
I'll probably run at least a gram a day on a bad day. Or, a bad day I'd call that. A good day is like...
I would think I'm about the same, I would think. Overall, concentrate. I would say I'm about the same. And it's interesting. It clogs up. These devices, that's the one negative on the devices. If they take a fair amount of maintenance.
Yeah.
I have a request to show the honey badger again. Hold on, I got to show the honey badger again so people can see it. I'm going to open up the honey badger so people can understand. The tip of the honey badger goes on here, like that. So you have the device, your mouthpiece goes on the back. It's very heavy and very sturdy. This is not a small device. Seniors, be careful because it's not a small device. It's heavier than a cell phone, the honey badger, but it's a home run. Strongest hit you can get.
Is it the battery?
It's a rechargeable battery that you can carry a couple in your pocket and keep it going all day. You can get about 20 off of a battery charge. But, I mean, it's a home run device. Like I say, there is nothing I've had that's stronger than a honey badger. Crazy. What is coming in?
And that's the tip device?
Excuse me?
Is that like
Lisa,
the tip device where it's like the old school nectar collector, I guess?
Yeah, the honey badger is the original. There are other, it's kind of like there are others on the market. The Lynx Aries. Lynx Aries is another electronic straw. Lynx Aries.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hit near as hard as the honey badger for some reason.
I think I've seen those. I haven't seen the honey badger, but I've seen the one in your hand.
And there's another one.
It reminds me of the nectar collectors.
And then Boundless makes the 720. I think it's the Boundless 710, where it has a really, really thick titanium coil on the bottom, thick. I mean, big thick, like looks like a spring for an old pen, and
That's heavy duty.
heavy duty. But again, very inefficient. You're going to spend a lot of money on your concentrate because it's just going to plow right through it.
Yeah, but it's better than a ladder.
If I did, this is more. The only problem with the Connect is you got to have water. Okay, that's the problem. The G Pen Connect is you got to carry around your water with you. I bought some devices recently that I'm going to be reviewing. I bought them on the holiday, but I haven't felt up to doing it. I'm going to be reviewing hopefully next week, which has some different capabilities. We're going to see if I can't get into some other areas. I've been stuck in electronic dabbing this way, or joints that I make, and I don't have a flame I use. Everybody says you should think about a banger, think about a flame. Very hard for me with a poodle. My little poodle likes to jump around, and a cat in the house, and my hands aren't as good as I wish they would be. So I am but I am going to be
are relatively dangerous.
right. So I'm going to be casting a nice wide net, but I'm not going to be looking at small little. I'm like a child. I can't have small parts. I admit it. That's how I am. I definitely admit it. But cool. So listen. I hope you and the folks that are commenting and have come in and gone out of watching this afternoon enjoyed this, because what I'm looking for, hopefully we can get Brandon, Dave, others, Lisa. I want more guest speakers. I want to have people who are interested in just calling in on a phone, going, it's a conversation where you go on a phone. I'll show it to you. You're going to be on a cell phone that I have dedicated to Senior Stoner. And that's how you can be heard on the video while I'm doing this live stream.
Yay.
So I'm hoping that many of you have things you want to say and share with others, okay? That can be helpful and be supported. Some people aren't going to be interested, and it's fine. It's fine, because I get it, okay? I'm going to honestly tell you that I spoke in front of 1,000 people for a living. Just did it. What my job was, okay, in sales. I was a sales executive. I had to speak in front of the whole team often and motivate. But most people say that speaking in front of an audience of 5 is close to the fear of death. So public speaking isn't for everybody. This is not really public speaking because you're not here on video with me at this point. But hopefully, I'd like to get more participation. Dave did a wonderful thing and contributed a lot about what he knows, about what he feels about music, about what he felt about weed. And he's a 4-star, 5-star, whatever the highest star rating I would give to a guest speaker, because he was the first also. And let everybody else see how simple it is. Dave, are you still on, by the way? Dave? Did I lose everybody?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, Brandon, you're still there?
Yep, I'm hanging in there. I want to teach you how to use your Connect.
You want to see me use the Connect again? All right. I'm going to use the Connect again, and then I'm going to, this is going to be recorded automatically, so you're going to be a part of my video, everybody.
Senior,
Yes, Dave?
you got to use the button. Senior, you got to use the button on your left hand.
What do you mean, this thing?
You don't have to raise that ball. Push the button on the side. It's a curve.
You're kidding me.
No, that's a curve. Yeah. Mess with all that other stuff.
I almost lost. I kept saying to Mrs. Stoner I was going to lose the top every time I... That's great.
We're never going to see you again.
That's great, guys. Thank you. Wow, that's great.
So glad I'm able to contribute.
You did. You were.
Nice job, man. Way to contribute. Nice eye. I didn't even notice.
Look what I learned. Look what I learned. Hold on. I got to tell you, it's very interesting. And I give credit where credit is due. Not just about this. A lot of people watch me, listen to me. Hold on. I listen to everybody because I learn something every day. And it's not just what you told me. People have to remember, keep their ears open. They can hear and learn things every day about all kinds of things. By the way, this is great what you told me. That's so funny. Who gave me that, Brandon? Was that your idea, Brandon? The card button?
JB, Merry Christmas.
Oh, thanks. Hey, man, Merry Christmas. Happy holiday. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah, that's my suggestion. That's
Thanks,
JD's
Kim.
suggestion.
I want one of those.
Oh,
See?
my goodness. Even with the mouthpiece. Wow.
Yeah, you're gonna put all those other devices away now.
Well, it's funny you say that. Excuse me. I can't because it's too strong. Remember I said I have all
Which
these
one?
I have all these devices for a reason. I don't just hoard them. So this device is when I need a really, really big hit. Okay? I don't do this all the time, every day. You can't. Too strong. Honestly. The Carters, for some reason, are smoother for me. And the Peak has always been smooth. This, like I said, is a party device. I don't think I'm going to use it individually much because it wastes my stuff.
I agree.
The bigger bowl gets hot and it just eats right through everything.
Gentlemen, my pipe in. This is Dave again. Dave Farrell.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah, what is that device called again?
The G Pen. This one, the G Pen Connect.
G-Pen
That's the best.
Connect.
And it's a battery.
Yeah.
It's a battery. And the thing is so simple. It's insane.
Yes.
But I didn't know how to work it until today. Thank you.
Yeah, that would be JD's suggestion.
Well, I want you all to know there's a good thing happening at Seniorstoner's house. A lifelong friend of mine, and I mean lifelong, is arriving in a few minutes, and I'm going to be heading to greet him downstairs, and hopefully I'm going to greet him standing. So I want to tell you all how much it meant to me to have you guys all being on this with me, okay? And those of you who've been watching in and out and are watching, thank you, because we're building something. We're trying to build something to help each other feel better about ourselves and be a little bit distracted as we go through day. Not everything can be solved.
And learn how to use our stuff.
But everybody, have a great day, all right?
Happy holidays.
I'll be back to you tomorrow with the dab of the day, and we'll do more call-ins.
That's all.
Everybody, have a great one.
You too, man. Happy holidays, Senior. Bye-bye. Brandon from California signing out. Would love to talk about flowers next time.
Take care, everybody. Have a great day. It's been the Real Senior Stoner.